Yeah, you've been a hell of a fighter for years now, a pro for over a decade. But it seems, what do you have to do differently to kind of break through to get that top win over a guy like Lara?
Be more aggressive, work on a game plan. What me and my trainer Roma have worked on. Be a killer, relentless killer, but be smart, be a smart killer.
What has been the difference in not quite winning those past big fights? They were close fights, but
I'll be honest, those big fights, I'm working with Roma, and then there was a change where we had to bring in like a trainer that had a name, So as soon as we brought in the trainer, there was a little difference, and it didn't work out the way we wanted to work. It was still close fights, so it could have went either way, but it was close fights. Now I'm sticking to what works for me. I've been undefeated with Roma, so we're gonna stay undefeated.
So, you've been fighting on a lot of undercards, a lot of co-features. It's been a while, and now you're back right, fighting for a title in the main event. Did you think you'd be back?
I mean, yeah, the work ethic, being without Heyman, you keep winning, you're gonna keep going up. So keep winning, man, and they gave me another shot, and this is a shot that I'm not gonna take for granted.
But in boxing, even if you do all the right things, there's always doubt, right? That maybe that you won't get back here, just even if it's out of your control.
Well, that's why, like I was saying, you gotta be a killer, man. It's kill or be killed, and a win takes you 10 steps forward, and a loss will take you 10 steps back. For me, in this situation that I'm in, so that's why it's really serious for me.
So the first fight, just very close fight, obviously, was a draw. You had the bad cut. Do you feel like this fight's going to be a continuation of the last fight, or it's been so long now that it's different?
It'll be a lot different. I think he's going to be more aggressive in this fight, and I'm hoping for that because I don't want to chase him. The first one I was chasing him, and so if he's there, I can hit him. Then I'll know what kind of damage I can do, and I know the damage will be good.
is that what the game plan is, Vons? You're gonna try and cut the ring off and put the pressure on Lara on Saturday night?
The game plan is to be a killer, relentless killer, put pressure, be smart, stick to the game plan.
How do you not get discouraged when Lara might make you miss a lot, and how do you make sure you keep letting your hands go?
That's the game. You just gotta be focused on the game plan. No matter what he's doing, stick to the game plan, and the game plan always wins if you stick to it.
What did you think of Lara the first time around? Is he one of the best you fought, or nothing you couldn't handle from the first time around?
No, he's a good fighter. He's a good boxer. He is one of the best guys that I faced. I have nothing but respect for him as a fighter. He's an excellent boxer. That's why I'm saying I was hoping in this fight, he stands in front of me. Like he says, he's going to be more aggressive, and I'm hoping on that.
Most people have Lara #1 in the weight class. If you win, you'd be there. How big would that be for you to be the man at a weight class?
I think the ranking is right. He is #1 because the guys that he's faced. A lot of people thought he beat Canelo Alvarez, by it was a split decision. I thought he maybe pull it off, but I do think that the ranking is right. But the winner of this fight, I think, should stay #1, and Saturday night, the ranking will change. I'll be #1.
You've never been champion. I mean, would that be a dream come true for you?
I mean, that's why this camp was so tremendous for us. I moved to the East Coast with Victor Conti for 2.5 months. Stayed away from my family, stayed away from my wife, my kids, focused on boxing. And, if you want to win a big fight, you got to dedicate yourself 24/7 to boxing, and that's all I did was just boxing. So I'm in great shape. I'm on weight. Everything is perfect. I just can't wait to fight.
How much does constant help with hyperbaric chambers and everything like that?
Oh, that's on another level. It's elite training. Going from 20,000 feet to sea level, going to 22,000 feet. We're like training at Mount Everest at one point, and we're bringing it down. So it's crazy. The stamina, working with Remy Kachemny, the sprint coach. A lot of guys use these guys like Ward and Khan and all those guys. So it's a really good camp, and I'm happy that I made the move.
Because in the first fight, it seemed like you were fading a little bit when the fight was stopped. Do you think that's going to be a lot different this time?
It'll be a lot different because the stamina I can go. Last week, before we came over, I sparred 12 rounds with Willie Monroe straight. So we've been sparring 12 rounds. The sparring's been good. Every sparring has been like a fight. So we just can't wait for the fight night. I sparred with Demetrius Andrade for the camp. So, like I said, every sparring session was a fight, and I got no bruises, nothing. So yeah, I'm good to go.
Vons, you always have carried in the flag of Armenia when you fight. How much does it mean to you to not just fight for yourself, but for the Armenian people?
Well, I'm from Moldova, Armenia, and that's my country. I represent that country. That's where I'm from. I'm a U.S. citizen, so I represent America also. I love my country. My country's going through a war right now, so I wish them the best, and we just want peace in the world. So this is a big fight for me, for my country, but also for my country here, USA. My wife's Colombian, so I'm a little international. So Colombian, Taiwanese. I got 2 kids, so I'm universal, man. That's why I'm gonna be a champion of the world, the whole world. I just want not just for one country, but for everybody.
Would you travel back home if you become world champion? Kind of a homecoming thing for the champ?
I will visit my country, but I live in America. I love America. USA is amazing for me. But I will for sure return to Albovian to see my people because we got a champion.
There was a lot of
You got a lot of fans in Glendale.
Yes.
To bring a title back to them, or just a big win, would really be something.
Well, Glendale to a lot of people is like the capital of Armenia. There's a lot of Armenians there. Just to bring the title back home to my people, it's great. Like I said, we're small. We're not that many people, but we're strong people. And winning a world title, for that many little people, it says a lot in the country. We had Vic Darchin, Arthur Abraham, and I'll be the 3rd world champion in this weight class. So,
Brother's coming up in the ranks too.
My little brother, yeah, he's undefeated. He's coming up. He's working with Roma also. We're coming up. He's coming.
You, Vic, and Arthur Abraham, all punchers, all aggressive guys usually. Why is that?
It's just it comes from my background, I guess. Being strong. We're strong people. Every fight that's gone to decision for me, and to my people, that was a loss. And I'm like, damn, I won the fight. They're like, yeah, but you didn't knock the guy out. So that's why it's more, to be more aggressive. They like fashion. They like to, show off a little bit. They like knockouts. They like punchers. And that's why we like to put on the show.
There was a lot of criticism over the first fight, mostly at Lara. He does run a lot. Do you think this fight's going to be better than the first one? Can you force him to fight? Or
I hope so. I mean...